All right. And I opened up one of my new pack of cards. Sabina, these cards were from you as well. Uh, this one says, you are beautiful in God's eyes. That's it. Plain and simple. You are beautiful in God's eyes. It's all like meditations for women and stuff like that. So prayer, meditation, or whatever. But obviously, you know that. I know that. I know you're beautiful in God's eyes. He made you. He wonderfully created you. So, all right. So let's go ahead. We're going to actually start down on the ground this morning. I'm going to do a little, our normal move through like down dog. Not down dog. Sorry. All fours like cat cow. And then we're going to do a little bit of like tapping today. I know we've done it before where we tap right and left. We're going to do some of that type of stuff too. So first things first is just tuck the toes, shift back into those hips. Again, shift left and right. I always say tuck your toes just to get the stretch through the bottom of the arches of your feet, your Achilles. Side to side. And then come up to all fours. And take the right arm forward and the left leg back. And just hold that for a sec. Again, always get the position first, then pull it in and out for bird dog. Inhale, exhale, and lift. Exhale as that elbow comes to the knee. Shh. Just getting that whole back side warmed up. Last one. And then we'll do 5 to the other side. Put that right arm down. Left arm out. Right leg back. In and out. Exhale and inhale. 2. Last one. And then this is the one where I'm going to turn face forward so you can see. We're going to lift up into all fours. So that's going to be that little hover position. You're going to pull in your, belly button into your spine, and you're going to tap right and left. Tap right and left. And you can have your feet as wide as you need. Okay? Just tap right and left. Just to get the arms activated, the shoulders activated. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come all the way down. Push back into child pose. All the way down this time if you can. Forehead to the ground. Walking the hands all the way to the right. And all the way to the left. Nice big stretch through the obliques. And then we're going to come and drive our left leg forward into that spider stretch. And then press it back into the hamstring stretch. And then bring that around. Take the right leg forward. We'll stretch more, once the legs are warmed up. The legs, aren't even warm yet. So when we get the legs nice and warmed up, then we'll stretch more. All the way back into hamstring. And then bring that leg back around into all fours and just drop to your elbows. Okay, it's just going to be in an all four position. Drop to those elbows. And this is the one where we're going to do an elbow push-up. Not the up, up, down, down, but just a simple elbow push-up and down. So let's warm up those triceps. So you're just dropping your forearm, dropping your elbows to the ground, and then pushing back up through the heels of those hands. Lower and lift. This shouldn't be hard. Okay, because you're only using a little bit of your body weight to do this. But make sure your arms are in the right position so it doesn't hurt your shoulders or your wrists. Just a couple more. Last one. And then tuck the toes, lift up, push back all the way into that ragdoll hang, so that inchworm, the hands back to the feet, drop that head down, grab opposite elbows. Shake your head yes and no. Maybe wiggle your body left and right. Again, do what feels good right now. This is the beginning. And then lift halfway up. And then all the way up, tuck the chin, rounding all the way up to the top. Shrug those shoulders out. And then I want you to grab a pretty heavy dumbbell. We're going to start with hamstrings this morning. So we're going to start with our bent over, our deadlift, okay? So we're going to start with, and I'm going to use my barbell this morning because I have it. If you have a barbell, you can use that as well, okay? I don't use it very often with class, but again, whatever it is for you as far as 2 dumbbells, maybe it's 2 10s, maybe it's 2 15s, maybe it's 2 20s, okay? But remember, bending the knees, sucking in that belly button, and then you're just driving those dumbbells up your legs, or the bar, like I have it, up your legs. Yep, beautiful. Only go down as low as you can. Remember, keep the knees bent. Now those who are a little bit more flexible, you know you can keep your legs straight, only if you can keep your back neutral, right? But you just go down as much as you can. Feeling the stretch into the back of the hamstring. As soon as you feel the pull of the stretch, I'm going to let it go for a second. The pull of the stretch, right, just up above your knee, like the back of your knee. Then you come back up. Don't go any further than that. I used to have clients that came like all the way down to the ground. You don't need to. Okay, it's just getting that stretch in the hamstrings. It's the very first exercise. 3 more. Squeeze the glutes under at the top though. There we go. Last one. Perfect. And then back to back, I'm going to use the same weight, and we're going to do a goblet squat back to back. So you're going to separate those feet. So again, your dumbbell can be here, here. Mine is going to be down here, right? I'm going to pull this sucker up and bring it to the here, and then I'm bringing it back down. So it's the same thing. So you can have the dumbbell here to do it, here or here in the shoulders, right? I'm grabbing it, I'm pulling it up, and then I'm putting it back down. Yep, beautiful. You got it. You guys are awesome. Toes facing forward, make sure they're not turned out. Sit down into that squat. Suck in that belly button. Beautiful, Jane. Perfect, perfect, Lori. That's it, Sabina. You guys got it. Beautiful. Push back. So we're doing quad, hamstring and quad back to back with each other. And then we're going to do a booty. Since we're getting our booty all warmed up here too. 2. Last one. All the way down, all the way up. Good. Now, like I said, I'm going to stretch. Now that we've got a little bit of warmth in our legs, cross the leg over, sit it down. And then the same thing to the other side. Grab your booty band on. And this is when we're going to do kickbacks. So we're going to do it standing. So this could be your hands on a chair, the wall, just something that kind of gives you some stability. The left leg is forward, the right leg is back. Hips are facing forward like this, square, as we're kicking that leg back. So again, your hands are holding here, you're kicking, there we go. That's it. Kick back, belly in. There. Beautiful. Kick back, mind muscle connect. Remember what it is, it's glute, it's hamstring, and it's low back. Never mind the leg that you're standing on, it's all glute. I mean, it's more than glute, but you know what I mean. It's stabilizing you. 3, 2, last one, switch it out. Right leg forward, left leg back. Same thing, keep the hips square, headlights on those hips. Don't turn the leg out, lead away with the heel. That's it, Jane, beautiful. Perfect, Lori. Yes, yes, yes. So good, Tia. That's it. Mind, muscle, connect. You can't not connect, right? Because the one that you're standing on is probably screaming as much as the one that you're pushing back with. Right? Yep. 5, 4, you guys got it. 3, 2, and 1. And you can, again, you can keep it on, take it off. I'm going to take it off. And then we're going back into our deadlifts. So if you need a break, if you need to stretch your glutes, if you need to sit back and stretch the hamstrings, right, before the next set, then do it. Otherwise, again, feet are hip width apart, if I didn't say that on the first set. Your feet are hip width apart. I'm going to turn face forward. All right, so that means I have like 2 fist width between my feet. That's hip width, not the outsides of your hips if you're curvy. Okay, it's not that wide. So some clients I'll say hip width and their feet are like this, like so wide. I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, that's the width of my hip. I'm like, I didn't see the outside of your hips, right? This is really the center, right? Your pubic area. How wide those pubic bone or the hip bone opening is, right? That's what it is. Right? Yeah, so basically, so your hips stay on top of your knees. Yep, gorgeous, you guys got this. Beautiful. Try it again. Remember the bend. It's bending forward and back up. You can keep the knees bent, but you don't have to squat at the same time. Okay, so you're just bending forward and lifting back up, sucking in that belly button, keeping that strong, tucking those glutes under. 2, and last one. Beautiful. And then back to back into the goblet squat. This is definitely wider feet. Okay, maybe like the width of your yoga mat. You're going down, right, and up. Now, I could do this. I'm going to just kind of just show you for a sec, right? I can hold this here, same way you're holding a dumbbell, right? And I can do my goblet squat with this weight, right? Up on my shoulders. Yep. Beautiful. I could also have it on the back side of my shoulders to put a little bit more load on my spine. I'm not doing that right now, but I'm just saying, there's always different ways. You don't have to hold it always one way. Always modifications. There we go. Yes, 2 more, nice and strong. All the way down. Get into those quads, last one. Beautiful. Now, do you want you to stretch your quads on this one? Go ahead and grab the top of the foot or the ankle. Stretch that quad. Before we do another set of glutes, you can stretch your glutes if you want. Right, I'm gonna put my booty band back on. And make sure the booty band is in a place that you can actually get a range of motion. I'm gonna grab a sip. I didn't put my gum in this morning. All right, kicking it back. Show you from the side. Okay, holding on, hips are square, and kick it back. Yep. So if you're only able to like kind of lift your leg off the ground a couple inches and you're not getting the full squeeze of your glutes, then move your booty band up, okay? Or if your booty band's kind of lame and you're not really feeling it, that means you need to move the booty band down on top of your knees more. Yep. Here we go. Not that I need the chair, but I want to show you. Here you can. Here we go. That's it. Beautiful, Lori. Perfect, Jane. Lift. And lift one more. I hope you're feeling as much in the, say, and on that side, the left leg as you are on the right. Sometimes you even feel it more. So that's okay too. It's good. Yep. Bending the knee you're standing on. Leaning back into the heel you're standing on. Try not to lean forward into whatever you're holding your hands into, okay? Because that's going to take a lot of the pressure off the glute if you do. Keep pushing back through the heel, driving back through that left heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. I'll push that away. You can go ahead and take that off. One more set of deadlifts. Go ahead and get into position. Forgot to put my patches on this morning because I was a little rushing this morning. So anyway, go ahead and grab that. I will watch while you're doing it. Please go ahead and grab that set of dumbbells or your barbell bent over here and pulling it up. All right, and then I'm gonna watch you guys. That's it, beautiful, all the way down, all the way up. That's it. Nice, Ta. That's it, Lori, perfect. Perfect, Jane. Yes, so good. Remember, we're doing our deadlifts, hamstring first. Deadlifts for hamstrings, getting into those hamstrings, squeezing the glutes under. And again, you don't have to thrust your hips forward, but just squeeze your glutes together at the top. Squeeze them together. And then back down. Squeeze them together. Here we go, 2. Last one. Beautiful. And then widen those feet. If you need a break, you know, just take it. Okay? It's going to be that beautiful goblet squat that we're sitting back into those glutes. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see that motion. You know it by now. You've been with me long enough. Right? So it's here. Boom. Right? A little different with the barbell because you would kind of whack your knees a little bit. So you got to, you know, you can kind of see how I have to kind of go around my knees just a little bit. Not a big deal. If the weight's up on my shoulders, I don't have to do that at all. But sit into those glutes. Right? It's for your back. It's for your quads. It's for your glutes. Everything. It's your core. There's so much that goes into this. Especially when you're going all the way down to the ground. One more. Beautiful. And then grab that booty band one more time. I hope your body's getting warm. Mine certainly is. All right. Left leg forward and right leg back. And I'm not going to use anything to balance me. I'm just going to make this leg do all the work. All right? Yep. And kick back. Breathe through it. Hips are square. Right? I'm not turning out. I'm not kicking out to the side. My hips are square. Yep. Inhale, exhale, and lift. That's it, Jane. Beautiful. Perfect, Sabina. Inhale, exhale. That's it, Laura. So good. So good, Ta. 3, 2. Keep pushing back into the heel you're standing on. Then switch it out to the other side. Right leg forward. Left leg kicking back. This one's always harder just because, right, we just stood on it and worked it hard. So it's important. Lift and lift. Here we go. Kicking it up. Yes. Beautiful, everyone. Squeezing back through that glute. Squeezing back through that lower back. Hamstring. 2. Last one. So good. Go ahead and take that off. I do want you to cross it over, please. Sit down. All the way down into those hips. And then I want you to get a hook up so you're mid-anchor. So we're going to do a row from this mid-range. So make sure the tubing is strong enough right? So you're actually challenged in your back. So it's going to be this mid-anchor range. And I want you to, if you can kneel, some people this is just not a comfortable position for them, but I want you to pretend you're kneeling on a balance beam. If you've never done that before, it's not easy because you're in a perfect line. So it makes it harder on the core, it makes it even harder on the legs, and then we're going to row back. Okay, so yep, so you're kneeling, left leg forward, right leg back, as if you're on a balance beam. And just think what a balance beam is. That 2x4 that I always bring in, that's how wide the beam was, 4 inches. Okay, it was 16 feet long, but it was 4 inches wide. And that's why, you know, sometimes people say like, I'm so focused. Well, when you're trying to balance and flip on 4 inches, nothing else can distract you. If it does, then you're gonna fall on top of the beam, you're going to split the beam, or you're gonna get hurt in some way, shape, form. So there's a reason for the focus. And again, remember the hands are hooks, you're squeezing for your back. Squeeze back. Last 2. Squeeze. And last 1. Squeezing that all the way back. Go ahead and bring that up. We're going to do some lunges back to back with that. Okay, so going to be stepping back with your dumbbells in your hands. So grab the dumbbells, obviously that will challenge you and not be like so easy that you're like, oh God, I could do a million of these. We're going to do alternating lunges. So alternating reverse lunges, step back, step back. So get yourself ready. Yep, beautiful, Jane, that's it, you got it. Stepping back. And remember, don't bang the knee off the ground. All right, I'm just stopping for a sec so I can watch. I just want to make sure you stop short of banging your knee on the ground. It's the last thing I want, right? It's not part of the exercise. If you need to, say, place your knee down, like you just kind of stop for a moment at the bottom, then that's different. But I have some clients who like literally bounce their knee off the ground. And I'm like, you know, it's not going to hurt the first 100 times, but before you know it, you have some patella problems, maybe even bursa, sac problems, right? Like some bursitis from just it's like somebody taking a hammer, right, to your patella over and over. Here we go. Stepping that back. 2. 1 more. That means 1 on each side. Beautiful. And then hopefully those dumbbells are good for you for shoulder press. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to balance on one leg, and we're pressing up overhead. Right? Pressing that up. Inhale, exhale. Yes, I'm making it hard. Press. Push. Push through those arms. One leg balance if you can. I just switched in the middle. Okay, you can switch your feet in the middle. Press. Beautiful. Press. You've got this. Push. 2. Last 1. Hopefully you feel that through the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps. I do want you to take it up overhead, stretch for me. Give me a beautiful little tricep stretch. Both sides. And then we're going back into our row. So grab your tubing for the row. The first set we did left leg kneeling forward. This time it's right. It's this way. Right? And try to look. See if your foot in the front is in line with the knee in the back. If it is, you should feel tippy. Okay? That's what I want. I want you to be off balance. Squeeze. There's a woman out in the park at Yappy Hour when we take the dogs out, and she just kind of started a regimen at Orange Theory. If you don't know what that is, it's a great kind of circuit class. And she said to me the other day, she's like, why do I have such a hard time balancing? And I said, well, when you're balancing and they're making you balance, you know, what are you looking at? She's like, I'm just looking around at everybody else. So I said to him, like, Joyce, you need to like find a focal point, right? Anytime you're balancing, don't take your eye off of it. Then you'll be, you know, easier to have your brain focus on just one spot versus watching everybody else do their stuff. 3 more. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so even this, don't look all over the place. Don't look at me. You guys know what you're doing. That was the last one. But I hope that makes sense. Go ahead and give me left leg over the right, and then right leg over the left into that 4 stretch. And then grab your dumbbells again, please, for lunges. Maybe you're like, at first that was too easy. then we're alternating again, but maybe make it a little heavier. Maybe you increased it by 5 pounds on each side. Maybe you went from 10 to 15 on each side. Right, remember, 5 to 10 pounds on the lower body, 3 to 5 pounds increases on the upper body. It's just it's a good rule of thumb, okay? Especially, and I hate to generalize with women because men can go up a little bit more. You know, they have testosterone. They've got recovery tools better than we do, especially over the age of 40, 45. Our testosterone plummets, you know, so those nice recovery hormones, right? You know, so we've got to do everything we can, you know, to work ourselves and to get our rest and recovery. That means sleep. I'm always talking about it. Sleep, 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 sleep. All right? 1 more on each side. Beautiful. And then back into our shoulder press, right? Either you stay on 1 leg balance or you stay 2 feet on the ground, completely in your court. But press. And remember, your press can be little, like this. If that's as far as your arms want to take you, then do that. Just as long as you don't give up, you don't quit. That's the most important. I'm going to switch out my feet for the last 3. All the way down. Make sure you bring those arms all the way down to your side. Last one. Up and together. Beautiful. Go ahead and swing those arms forward and back, please. If you need to pull them over your head again for tricep, do it. If not, back down. Grab your tubing again for your back. Okay, and going back to my left leg in front, right leg behind. And listen, if it's too hard for you to stay in alignment, like, you know, your feet like you're kneeling on a beam, then just separate your feet a little, right? But the biggest thing is watch my shoulders. Depress your shoulders down and back. Put them in your back pocket. Then pull, right, with your elbows. Lead back with the elbows. Try to hide them behind your back. The same way as if I was facing you forward, I would be here, right? And I would be pulling them and I would hide them behind my back. Hide both of them, squeeze behind. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. I would have my fingers wedged between your shoulder blades so I can feel your scapulas coming together. That's it, Lori, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful, Sabina. Perfect, Jane. That's it, so good. Squeeze. Squeeze it back. 2 more, as hard as you can. Squeeze. Last one. Squeeze that back. Bring that all the way up. If you need to do a little stretch there, you can. So this last set, I'm just going to put my weights up on my shoulders just to stack it up on top of my spine. Left leg forward, right leg stepping back, and then alternate legs. Inhale, exhale. Yes, your heart rate should be up. I hope it is. That's exactly what my intention is, to keep the heart rate up if you realize that I'm trying to push you guys a little harder. Right? Maybe make you lift a little heavier. Maybe do an exercise that might be a little harder for you. That's good. It's a challenge. We want to always be challenging ourselves to that next level. Because there's no fun in staying the same. Right? Unless that's your goal, to just maintain where you are. Right? But most people want to gain some muscle. Most people want to lose a little bit of fat. Most people want to tone up their body. You know, especially at our age. Hormones have changed. Digestion slows down. Last one. Last one. And then last set of these shoulder press. Take it up overhead. I'm going to do my arms close on this set. Lift and lower. You're going to feel a little bit more triceps when your arms are in close like this, right, versus out here, right? It's a little bit more shoulders and chest. When the arms are wide, it's a little bit more triceps. When the hands are close, you've got this. Breathe. You're going to hear my respiration. I hope you hear that. I hope you, like, if you're not breathing heavy, that's okay. It's just, for me, I have a little heart. I've told you that a million times. You know, my heart goes up and then it comes back down. It's all good. But I want this to be hard. So if this is not hard, like these last couple, right? Push. One more. It should be challenging. If it's not challenging, again, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. The weight is not heavy enough. All right, grab a sip of water, and then we're moving on, doing some abs. Okay, we're going to use the ball. So grab your ball. So we're going to do knee tucks over the ball with the hips high. So you don't have to do a pike up, but unless you want to, you can do a pike up. We're going to do hips high, knee tuck. Then we're going to turn over onto the ball and do some ab crunches. And then we're going to do some lower back extension. So this is a lot of abs and back. Okay, we're done with legs. We've done enough. Right, we're out and over the top. First things first is to get into the plank position that you want. Whether it's on your knees, your shins, right, your ankles. And then hips high, knee tuck. So meaning that you're not just going to keep your hips low unless you have to. Okay, if that's you, then keep your hips low like this. But if not, your hips are almost like you're going to do a pike up, but then you're going to tuck at the last minute. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Push away from the heels of your hands so your shoulders are not going over your finger line. Okay, your arms should be tight, right? Your elbows, flexing the triceps, 2. Last one. And then dismount however you want. Maybe that's you rolling back on the ball, stepping off like I just did. And then we're going to open that up for a big open rib cage, ab crunch, hands across, hands at the nape of your neck. You can use your booty band if you want. And we're crunching all the way up and all the way down. So it's still the 3 tempo. It's just not making you guys go 1, 2, 3. It's just exhale, 1, 2, 3, and then inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, inhale. Please don't come all the way up, meaning that your abs will be relaxed. You want to stay in contraction the whole time. You want to feel it in the 6-pack, right? That beautiful rectus abdominis that goes from sternum to pubic bone. Open. I'm going to sit up and watch the last couple. Open. Beautiful. I love the open rib cages, guys. Love it. Yes, it makes it so much harder. So, you guys know, if you have a hard time doing lower back extension with the ball because of your back, then just go down to the ground. And you could even do, you could actually do like kind of like the bird dog for your back instead. If that works better for you, I'll show those different modifications. But otherwise, your feet are hooked to the wall or the bottom of a bed, counter, wherever you want your feet hooked, right? And you're coming all the way down first to just release the tension from the back from just doing what you just did in the abs. And then I want you to keep your hands here at your side today. I want you to reach back for the back of your legs and then all the way back down. Inhale, exhale, reach for the back side of those knees and all the way down. Don't come up so high that you have any pain in your low back. If you're arching your back so much that you get like, and the pain I don't mean your fatigue in your muscle, like lactic acid buildup, right? You know when the muscle's fatiguing, not that pain. I'm talking about like a sharp digging pain, or maybe it's in your discs, you know, something in the vertebrae. Just don't go up so high. Just stop and come down wherever that spot might be. All right, I'm going to show the other modifications on the other two sets. 2. Last one. And then always drop to the knees or just push back. Give me that like kind of a, I always say it's kind of a pseudo child with your hands up on the ball, shifting your hips left and right to get the stretch through the erectors, right? Or you could be in full child pose. Always give yourself that break, going back out over the ball. Now, your choice. You can do a pike up, make it a lot harder, right? Or you can just do what we just did. Or you can keep your hips low. Okay? It's your choice on this one, because this is core and abs together, and obviously everything else, because you're on your arms and chest and everything. So if you want to do a pike up, fantastic. Do a pike up. If you want to do the high hip knee tuck, do that. If you want to keep the hips low like this, do that. I'm not here to say what's best for each one of you. You know how you feel today. It's always about how you feel, not in your head, in your body, physically. Okay, because your brain will be like, that's enough. I could just do knee tucks today, right? But yet your body's like, no, dummy. You could do pike ups. You're stronger than that, right? Lift and lower. Last one, lift and lower. And again, either dismount with one foot, walk back, take your time, and then you're sitting on the ball again. Okay, I'm going to use my, what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. I'm going to use my booty band just to show that you can use this as a support of your head like a hammock, but you're still coming all the way back in that beautiful ab, open rib cage, and then exhale, and then all the way back down. Try not to give it too much rest. As you know, abdomen is a high endurance muscle, so it really doesn't need that much rest. It really wants to be bombarded. Squeeze. So hopefully you're feeling it down the six pack. Squeeze. Right? Yes, you're going to feel it in your back too. When you go backwards, as you know, that is using your back. As you're coming up, you're using your abs. Okay? 3 more. Squeeze. Shh. And 2. Open. Last one. And then get back on your ball. I'm just going to give the modification for those who have compromised backs. You can be on the floor down here. If you're on the ball, start doing your lower back extensions with your hands at your side. If you're on the floor, you're going to push your pubic bone down. You are going to lift both ends though. Okay? You're going to lift your chest and you're going to lift your legs. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible as you're lifting up and down. Now, the other alternative for those who don't like to arch their back is you could do like I told you, the bird dog position, lower and lift. And do 5 on each side. Okay, so 5 on each side, right? Lifting and lowering. That's also great for your back. But those who are doing, I'm gonna watch you guys now. Lower back, you're all kicking butt. Beautiful. On the ball. Just a couple more. Lift, squeeze, and lower. And then one more. Lift, squeeze, and lower it down. Drop to the knees. I like to, again, I love to just push the ball away and sit back and then shift my hips left and right. It just feels so good on my erectors down at the bottom, right? When we do this, the knee tuck over the ball, that's a lot of back, guys, just so you know. So don't take that lightly. Understand how hard that is. When I have you do these abs, this is so advanced. Like, this is what I do with athletes. And you guys are athletes for life, so I'm making you do it. All right, last set, let's go. Up and over the top. Can't believe we're at our last set of these. So get your legs into position, get your plank into position, straighten your arms, suck in your belly button, and then either hips high, knee tuck, like we started with, pike ups, or simply knee tuck with the hips a little bit lower. Choose where your feet are. The further your feet are out on this ball, the harder, as you know, it will be. Okay, try to keep the arms as straight as possible. Okay, most people's arms will start to bend. I'm gonna do one more and step off so I can see you. Just do 2 more. I wanna watch. Gorgeous Sabina. Beautiful Ta. That's it, beautiful Jane. And that's it, beautiful. Go ahead and come on down from there. Take your time. Sit your buttocks on the ball. And before you even start, give me a little wrist roll. You know, this is one I've told you, my wrists are so damaged from too many years of tumbling, but I still love being in planks. I still love being in handstands. There's just something about it. It just works the whole body. It's awesome, okay? All the way down, one more set. Open rib cage and blow it out. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Mind muscle connect into those abs. Visualize the contraction of your 6-pack, right? Like an accordion. Squeeze, right? You're squeezing all that air out and then bring it all the way back in on the way back. And then in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, last one. And then again, if you want to just open it up over the top of the ball, okay, release the tension from the abs before we go into lower back extensions, you can, or you can walk it up. I always say grab the back side of your legs, kind of a chin to chest, forehead to knee position. And then back on the ball again, one more set of lower back extensions. So take it up a notch if you want. Okay, last set. It's gonna be the hardest set of all. Right, so let's make it even harder if you want. So that means your arms can be here at T, they can be at Y, or they can be all the way up at Superwoman. That's the hardest. The Superwoman position is the hardest, right? If you want to challenge that upper part of your back, right? It just makes your body heavier. That's really all it is. Whatever your arms weigh, now you're lifting that too. It's like you have dumbbells in your hands. Okay? That's all. That's the only difference, right? When it's out a little bit further side, like in the Y, it makes it a little easier at the side, right? A little less weight, and then here, basically no weight. You're only lifting your upper body. So a couple more. I'm going to watch you now. Beautiful, Jane. Gorgeous, Lori. Beautiful, Ta. So good, Sabina. I love the control you all have. Okay, so take that ball out. Again, shift the hips, right? Shift the right cheek on top of the right heel. Shift the left cheek on top of the left heel. Stretch through that back, stretch through that side. And then go ahead and roll that ball away, put it away, and then come on down for our stretch. Let's go ahead and sit in a comfortable, well, maybe that's not comfortable for you, but like this pseudo lotus position, right? So your hips are open, left leg's in front, reaching it forward, and breathe. Drop the chin to chest. This is a complete, like almost ragdoll hang, but don't let your cheeks leave the ground. Feel what's going on. Close your eyes. You don't need to have your eyes open. Feel what's going on. Be connected to your body. Like, yeah, I can feel it in my glutes. Yeah, I can feel it in my outside of my leg. I can feel it in my inner thigh. Wherever you're feeling it. Me, it's my low back, which I love. And then go ahead and slowly lift it back up. Never come up fast. And then switch it out. Put the other one in front. All right, so same thing. Hands, walk them forward. You walk them forward until you feel the tension in the hip, right? Don't lift your butt off the ground. Drop your head. You can drop to your elbows as long as your butt stays on the ground. Breathe. And surrender to it. I know it's not fun to surrender to that. And then all the way back up. And then I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to stretch out our legs into a hamstring stretch. I'm going to use this today. I'm going to use my booty band, put it around my feet. Knees can be bent, knees can be straight. You know that. And if you're using a booty band, you can actually like pull yourself down, right? That's the neat part about it. You can point your toes if you want. It's a little easier if you point your toes versus flex. It's more of a nerve feeling than it is anything else, okay? But if you want, but again, drop on top of those legs. Knees can be bent, right? But make sure you do feel some sensation in the back of the hamstrings. If your knees are bent too much, you won't. But breathe through that. One more deep breath in and exhale. And then lift it all the way back up. I'm going to turn face you there. Now just sit in like really Indian style. You don't have to have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. But I want you to try to have here, I'll turn this way. I want you to try to have a straight spine. Now this is something where, like a yoga block, if you have it, I'm not saying you need to get one, but some people when they sit in Indian style, they look like this. Okay, they're kind of like hunched like this. So that's where kind of a yoga block comes in really handy to be able to keep the back straight, because I want you to do a spinal twist. Okay, not to say you have to have a yoga block, you know that. So hand on the outside of the knee, the other one behind you, and just look back over that right shoulder if you can. And then the same thing, turning to the other side. Grab the outside of the left knee with the right hand. Lift, but again, lift up through the torso. And then bring it back forward. I'm going to take that yoga block out. That was just for teaching purposes. And then hand across the front. And that was another question the other day. There was a free class with Orange Theory and this thing called Yoga 6. And Joyce was asking me, she's like, what are all these like things? Like, what's the yoga block? What's the bolster? What's the stretching strap and all that? So, you know, I was telling her about it, and I said, because some people can't sit in Indian style without like being in a horrible position, hands behind you. So I hope that makes sense. So if you missed my card this morning, this is my new set of cards from Sabina. This one says, you are beautiful in God's eyes. You are beautiful in God's eyes. And you know that because He uniquely created you to be you. So no comparisons, right? Just be you, because you are good enough. Okay, I love you. I will see you on the next workout. And I know I keep saying it, but if you're watching this on YouTube, please share this with your friends so they can enjoy these workouts. And then if you want to do them live with me, you can reach out to me via Instagram, and I'll show you how to get started. Okay, mwah, love you. Have an awesome day, guys. And go hydrate and fuel, and I'll see you on the next workout. See ya.